doing? Welcome back. It's Charlie. And if you're new, welcome. It is Friday, Cinco de Mayo 2023. It is just about 9 o'clock in the morning, and we are here in Hollywood, Los Angeles. We are on Sunset and Bronson right now, just in front of almost the KTLA Studios and Netflix. And of course, as many of you heard, well, we have a strike going on. We have the Writer Guild strikes going on as of the last few days, I believe. And rain or shine, these folks are, and I do say rain, it's a little dry over here. Actually, coming through Los Feliz, it was raining there. When I was in Pasadena, I could see the looming dark shroud of clouds. But let's check out these folks out here. Here's the KTLA Studios. Remember, just about a month ago already, we had that young man at top of the sign right there doing, doing whatever it was that he was doing. I don't think we ever actually heard anything more, but here we have the WGA on strike. And there are a lot of folks over here. Traditionally, for you folks that don't know, whenever there's strikers and supportive strikers, especially for you younger folks, people have a tendency to honk in support for anyone that's striking, whether it be grocer strikes or bus driver strikes or Hollywood strikes of all kinds here. But yeah, a lot of folks have been saying, because of these strikes, that if they're not careful, that AI is going to be taking over their job. In actuality, a lot of YouTube creators have been using AI to create scripts for a lot of their content now, and it has become pretty that AI has done a lot of good scripts. And the scary part is that they mimic a lot of voices. I myself have been watching some of these content creators using AI in the form of the presidents playing Dungeons and Dragons. Barack Obama, Donald Trump, and Joe Biden as a trio in going into dungeon adventures. And it's pretty scary because a lot of their speech, it's just uncanny. It's like, wait a minute, is this a joke? Holy cow, you know, and they're doing this. And it's quite funny. I will try to put a link down below to the one that I follow. It's hilarious. It always keeps me in stitches because they're always cursing each other out and they're always putting each other down. Then they lift, come on guys, we gotta do, effing this and all that. And it's funny, but then you have to stand back and you're like, wow, it is pretty scary because AI has been utilized in so many scary ways now as of lately. And in case you haven't seen, there's a lot of folks, unsuspecting people, that are that the criminals are using AI to make phone calls to families and saying that their loved ones, a certain loved one or a daughter or son is in trouble, has been kidnapped. We need, we're holding for ransom and stuff like that. But AI is scary. I particularly don't like it. I've only downloaded it once on my crappy phone, and I didn't like what it reproduced and what it showed. But it is, I guess, the future. Awfully to say, but really over here we definitely you can see all the way down going to the studios. have never been involved in a strike myself, and honestly wouldn't like to, but support them, I understand. All these big companies and corporations here, especially in Hollywood, they make so much money, and these folks are just asking for them for their own, you know. These are the folks behind the scenes that you know, these are the ones that create the content for everything that you watch, you know, and they're just asking for their fair share. So, you know, I totally support these folks, you know, and you got to give them credit because, you know, like I said, it's been rainy here for the last few days, and rain or shine, you know, these folks are here doing what they're doing, you know, just want their fair share. Totally understand. And they have total support here. They have coffee and stuff for them. You got ABC over here doing their coverage. But yeah, look at this. I haven't been this deep in many years. All this is new to me, and it looks like they're doing more. Look at cow. When I was younger, I mean, I used to be all over this place. This is all parking structure, I would say. Wow, just ginormous. Total support for you, man.
Oh, thanks. God.
And this is part of the whole studios. It just goes on. And there's another place we're going to go cover today. It looks like the rain's stopped. See, you can... That's where we were, way over there. But here in Los Angeles, we always have strikes. Meat cutters, grocery, bus, well, nationwide postal, whenever they do. We, if you can imagine it, well, we pretty much have it here. Look at all. Wow. And here's the back part, and it goes all the way over there for the other side. And of course, if you remember, when we were just here just a few weeks ago, it goes all the way down on that side as well. All right, let's go back up. Whew, looks to be like KTLA chopper up there. Ooh, smells good. Small good artisan. Kind of exciting. Also, fill you in on some revealing things after yesterday's disappointing. I'm still pretty upset about yesterday, and things that I found out this morning I will talk about at the end, towards the closing. But yeah. Well, they are saying it all correct. Corporate greed. And just look. Netflix, KTLA is owned by Netflix. This time for now, but yeah. I mean, even the corgi.
Yay!
Total support for you folks.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. I mean, I just totally understand what they're getting at. Large or small, these are the folks that provide all the shows, all the content, the movies even. I mean, mainly the movies as well, but small studio shows like all this. And honestly, with everything now that is just getting so outrageously expensive here, especially in California and in Los Angeles, it is just insane. You know, it's part of the reason why I also go, you know, go get food where I get. So it's just outrageous. But this is part of what growing up here in California and in Los Angeles. This is just part of the thing. I just hope that it gets resolved quickly, you know, for both entities, both for these folks out here and for these people too. So look at that, Netflix. Total support, man. And then you even got CNN down there too. Total support for you guys. So we are now going south on Bronson. I gotta say though, I wonder if see, we also have the studios. Excuse me. Further south, we have some more studios, and then we also have like the CBS studios out in Studio City, where I used to live many years ago. Wow, look at those big fire doors. Sealed shut. Soundstage 5. So this is Fernwood right here and Bronson. So this is the back of the pardon my finger. I haven't seen one of these things in a long time. The boot. When you owe too much on parking tickets, you get the boot. Funny enough, there used to be a lot of cars with boots. Oh, especially in downtown LA. This is what happens when you really have a lot of tickets. You don't really see that too much. With boulders, I think that may be a prop supply, a lighting prop supply, something in that Hollywoody kind of thing. We are currently now on Bronson and Santa Monica. Santa Monica running east and west, so we're going to head up west a little bit and then go back to the south. Way up over there. Yes, we walked. Yeah, it's a lighting company and manufacturing probably. Another little studio. You know, once upon a time, a long time ago, all over Southern California, these were abundance. And if you were a little kid, and you were nice, and you could ask your parents, can I get in? They would let you get in the car and go through the car wash. Which is, from a kid's point of view, it's pretty cool. Silly, I had to stop and take my hoodie and my beanie off. Okay, we are now on Sunset, or Santa Monica and Gower. And oh, there's another Hollywood production company over there. Yeah, the Hollywood Production Center. Yeah, see? Hollywood Production Center. Like I said, all these back here were filled with studios. Those of you that know Santa Monica Boulevard know. Those of you that don't know Santa Monica Boulevard, there's another. Oh yeah, Santa Monica actually is kind of like the off-Broadway. Going up and down are theaters. It's actually pretty cool. But anyway, Santa Monica Boulevard is also known for getting access to SEX of any kind. Okay, here we are coming up on another one. Oh, Wayland. Wow, that needs a touch-up. Wayland used to do a lot of art here in Southern California. Do you remember getting, when you were younger, into Wayland calendars and art? It's pretty cool. But anywho, this is Paramount Studios. Paramount Pictures, and also Paramount Studio Tours. So it starts back here from right butted up next to the Hollywood Forever Cemetery, and it goes on all the way to Melrose and all the way over there. Wayland! And here we have some more folks. The inside of the lot there. Oh, looks like maybe studio parking, I would say, judging by the heavy gating and fencing. Support Gower and Waring. Waring? Lucille and Ricky. Paramount Pictures being one of the oldest studios here. There's the old Globe. Stage 21. Exit stage left. Who said that? Who used to always say that? Exit stage left. Question was asked when I actually missed an appointment with the job. The day that I was supposed to go to Los Angeles for my oncologist was the same day that I was actually supposed to go over there for video training, and I missed it. So I emailed, I apologize. That was my fault. I dropped the ball on that. So hoping to hear back, see if I can go back and retake it or take it. A lot of walking. I'm winded. Here we are coming up on Melrose. It's Dr. Phil. The billboard, not Dr. Phil actually. And we are coming up over here on Melrose and Gower. We'll turn left, east. Melrose. There's a Largemont Village over here. Melrose is the kind of the trendy place, and yes, from the show, Melrose Place. But where we were headed, where the good part, I mean the trendy and the expensive, trendiness is further west. And this is looking east over here. Turtle Mutant Mayhem. Is that another one? You know, I saw the latest adaptation of Mutant Turtles. Did not like it. Thought it was awful. It was just terrible. Now I do kind of have a thing with the riders. Some of them, there's the other. I'm almost afraid. I've seen some of the trailers. Not really happy with they've done with Dungeons and Dragons. There's a new Mission Impossible. That actually should be good. I did see the latest Top Gun. That Top Gun fucking rocked. That movie kicked ass. That movie was great. Total support for you guys.
Appreciate it.
Thank you. And really, how many screams? Wow. It's a whole lot of screams. Yeah, I didn't like the Dungeons and Dragons, the trailers. And that Mutant Turtles, it was awful. It was really, really bad. Yeah, it was classic. Look at the curvature of oh yeah. I like you. If I can go back time, I would have loved to have seen how Hollywood was back then. It just had Hollywood had a certain romance. I think most of you in my age, see there's you can get the tour. But there was a certain that romance that Hollywood had, you know, and if you lived down here, you know, you were forever, especially in this area, you were forever seeing a lot of the stars, such as Lucille Ball and those kind of beautiful, just the golden era of Hollywood, right? Yeah, it was not uncommon that you could see them here, and especially in Los Feliz Park, where we've been. So yeah, now it's just kind of. But the thing is that a lot of the writers are beholden to the director or the movie studios. So they'll you know, write out a script or whatever, and then they'll say, well, you know, let's change this. They get to really have the final decision. Not so much as these folks, but these entities and the directors. They're the ones that will take, let's say, a really, really good script, and they will make it into, they'll have their final choice of making it into garbage or not. So, you know, they just do what they do. Total support for you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you. This is the one that I was actually seeing from the news from KTLA. Total support for you folks.
Thank you.
Thank you guys. Thank you guys. Keep going, folks. Keep going. Total support for you guys.
Thank you.
And
Yeah.
there's the corporate greed right here, unfortunately. Them. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you know, you really gotta support these guys. You know, they just do what they do. And like I said, you know, in the long run, it's up to, these are the ones that make the final choices on what they put out. So whether it's a good script and they take it and turn it upside down, you know, that's them. and the directors. There's the classic tower. Thank you guys for everything you do. It's total support for you folks. Yeah. You know, I haven't been over here and holy cow. Oof. Too many years to count, honestly. Big studio, right? That's what I mean. This is one of the older ones, the older ones. And over there's more folks coming from way over yonder. Someone had actually it was an email a couple of years ago. It says, Charlie, the way you talk is kind of weird, kind of like old. You have a tendency of mixing old words. I go, yeah.
Because Michelle was like,
the words that I use are just, I don't know. I guess maybe because today's English is so far removed from what I learned in school, you know, and how we speak English and stuff like that. Now it's just, well, it's just all letters, and I gotta look up a lot of the times on the internet, what the heck does this mean? What does that mean? Raleigh Studios. Striking over there too. Whoops. And some more folks. See, there's goes back. That was oh, I can't remember now what original studios this was. Like I said, you know, all these, a lot of the older ones are gone too. There were some that were over here. So this is Bronson. Well, Bronson kind of dead end over here.
I missed your whole explanation.
Stay over there, stay over there. There you go.
There's like total support for you folks. Thank you guys. Thank you. Yeah. I just don't want them to think that I'm, oh, look at these crazy. No. So I would presume that I guess they are obviously a Netflix. That's a lot, right? Is that, yeah, what? The old Gower Studios? Gosh. Well, see, there's part of the Star Tours coming up on not just the homes, but all the studios and stuff like that. Yeah, I can't. I will have to do some sleuthing on that. Yeah, Raleigh Studios. Yeah, see? Way down yonder, too. Yeah. Oh, well. Total support for you folks. Keep going.
Thank you.
All right, my friends. I think... Oh, no. We got more up over here. Holy cow. These studios have so this one especially has so many ins and outs of the property. if you could see, but we're just sticking up on that little white thing. That's Netflix over there. Oh, I hope, like I said, I hope these things get resolved. Ooh, wow, is that our old truck? Holy cow. Oh, all right, folks. So, as PO'd as I was yesterday, and I'm still pretty upset. Things just not going right. I feel like I've just totally been fighting, you know, fighting for my life, and I'm sick and tired of having to do this. So then, this morning I got up and I was thinking, you know what? Because, you know, the whole Carlos situation doesn't make life that much easier. So this morning I'm thinking, well, you know, let's do a little more sleuthing. Now, the house that we occupy, that we live in, is under the title and the guise of the DeVille Family Youth and Family Services, an NPO, a nonprofit. And when I was involved with Feed LA, with the other nonprofit from the pastor, I don't even think he still has his license. But anyway, I was thinking, well, shoot, okay. All this time I had totally forgotten, so I went to GuideStar. GuideStar is the watchdog pretty much of all nonprofits, all NPOs. And so I went on there. I will put the link down in the description below. That way you can also check for any nonprofits. Now you can register at that site as an NPO, and it gives you the different categories, or you can just register as an individual, non-related to NPO. That way it's also for the general public to check out the authenticity of said NPO, and it'll show you its annual earnings, and then below it it'll show you its assets. So I'm like, okay, now, as I said, the house is under the guise of DeVille Family Services. So I just actually thought it was just a pseudonym or whatever for whatever the landlord was under. I didn't know that it's actually an entity, an NPO entity in Pasadena on Washington. Now I'm going to go, most likely, I'm going to try to find it this weekend. And Monday morning, I'm kind of thinking of walking in there and asking a few questions. But anyway, now, as I said, that house, from what I was told and what we were told, Dion and I, that house had accumulated, especially during the lockdown, over $80,000 in utility bills. Holy cow! So $80,000, that's a lot, right? That's a huge amount, especially because it's the majority of that is Carla. Now, before, we were all supposed to be sharing at least a third of whatever the utilities were, electric and gas. Water was to be taken care of by them. So I'm like, holy cow, it's under DeVille. And I'm thinking, so that's how they're able to pay that huge bill. So I'm sure that whatever is delinquent or whatever the church is getting, being part of the DeVille family, that is covered. So when my housing coordinator was asking me the questions, do you feel like you're being used or manipulated in any way or exploited where you are in your situation? And I thought about it, and that's when it kicked on. I'm like, well, yeah, because I want to know, I'm still wondering how the utilities are being paid. Furthermore, how is it that the landlord, when I told her this second time, hasn't bothered to pick up the rent or contact me? So this is what I was looking at this morning. Yeah, that was cool. Alexander, Rule of the World, Hollywood Dream Street. That is so cool. Look at that. our residence is registered under, way before I or any of us moved in. Now, when you do the Google search, it comes up to this. And going over to GuideStar. GuideStar is a overseer and watcher of nonprofits. It shows their ratings, their income, their assets, what have you. I will put a link down below for GuideStar, DeVille Corporation. I guess now I understand how they can pay the high utility bill. But anyway, see? So that NPO pulls in $8 million. And the assets on that place. Wow. So yeah, it's an annual of $8,616,279. The assets are a little over $1 million. That is cuckoo. And it shows the licensing. This is a great site. Like I said, I will link the information down below, so that way if there's something that you think that you would like to, well, if there's a national NPO and stuff like that, and it'll list everything. If you're a 501 and you have that and you're registered as a nonprofit, these are the folks that are it's kind of like, I don't want to compare it to Yelp, but it is a Yelp of sorts, for that. And I was thinking, son of a bitch, I'm starting to see the whole picture. So, most certainly, excuse me, I'm trying to put my other phone away. Most certainly, there is funny business going on. Now, whether that main entity knows of the situation in our housing or not, I don't know. But I will assume that they know nothing of the going-ons in that house, the carrying-ons, and what is going on with the landlord, and communicate with us. I just find it so hard to believe, though, but I will presume that. So, if that is the case, I want to know. I want to go into his office and ask them, hi, I am so-and-so. I live at such and such address. It is under the guise of your folks' entity. And did you know, blah, 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 this is going on. And this has been going on with the squatters, the coming and goings, the theft of the bicycles over the last few years, and still ongoing. I mean, LeVar had a couple of nice bikes over the last couple of weekends, or last couple of weeks, so I was still hot under the collar this morning from yesterday, and then when I looked, I was like, man, I can feel the steam coming up out of my neck. So there's that name. Look it up. You can find out. You folks, I know that you folks like to check things out, and this is why I always say there's two sides to every story. You're only hearing mine. I always try to document, and I always try to find out for myself, because I don't want you folks to presume that my word is golden on that. I want you folks to have good discernment on what it is that I say and how and what it is that I'm doing and moving and living in life. As I've said many times, I don't know really of any, I haven't heard of any other creator, I'm a creator, that is this open or likes to respond when possible to all your comments. Because I don't want to step on my own foot. I don't want, well, Charlie, you said we believed you, you know, and we were behind you, and it turns out that you're lying. No, I don't want that. You know, my mom put that in my head. Don't ever be like that. You know, always make sure that whatever it is that you're saying, that you try to back it up. You stand firmly, you know. Leonard Skinner's Simple Man. My mom loved that song. So, yeah. So, the information down below. Find out. Call. You even ask them, hey, you know, did you guys know that, you know, in that household over there, there's a YouTube creator that we follow and stuff. And over the course of the last few years now, holy shit. I've been there 5 years. Come July 17th. 2018 is when I moved in. I got my keys and signed my lease. So feel free to call them up and say, well, you know, because this guy's been getting jacked and he's, you know, the landlord is non-incomunicado, doesn't want to talk to him. So, you know, but I will leave that up to you folks. You folks take care of yourselves, take care of each other, but always take care of yourselves first. Love one another, trust one another, be kind to each other, help one another. Don't take today for granted or any other day thereafter. Live for the moment, pull down your pants and slide on that ice. If you like this video, hit the thumbs up. If you like what I'm doing, we're doing, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell notification button. Tell your friends and family about me, about us, what's going on. And the Writer Guild strike. The Writers Guild in Hollywood. Kind of up Santa Monica over here. Whew. I put some mileage. I wonder, I'll find out how much mileage I actually tracked. That's one thing I like about Google, is that on the Google map, hit you wherever you go and your phone goes with you, or your smart device on your wrist. You hit the little icon on your Google Maps where your icon is, and scroll down to timeline, and it'll track. It'll show you what you've put in. I like that. So I think I'm best guessing maybe today I'm clocking in close to 5-6 miles, because I got a couple more places that I want to try to shoot. So, all right, my friends. Comments good or bad, please post. If not, email. And I try to get to your comments when I can. I love y'all. Stay safe, be smart, and be kind. Bye.